Hi guys, the girls are down for a nap, so I have a few minutes to talk to you and about some of the things that I've been thinking about lately. Um, One of the most frequent questions I get, well, the most frequent question I get asked is, are they twins? Yes, yes, they are twins. Um, and then, of course, that's usually followed up by, oh man, you have your hands full, or double trouble. Also, interestingly enough, people always assume for some reason that they are boy and girl. Even if they're both wearing pink or whatever, it's just interesting. It's like that's kind of the default thing. People think two babies, twins, one must be a boy, one must be a girl. Like that's kind of how nature is the default or something. But yeah, so I don't know. I just find that fascinating for some reason. But one of the other most frequent questions I get asked, though, when people who I'm friends with on Facebook or follow me on Instagram and all of that, is how do you do everything? They see my art and they see that somehow I am a lot more productive or creative than they would imagine a person of small children would be. And so I thought I would take some time to try and kind of answer that question. And so the first secret, when I'm sharing you my great secrets to how I get everything done, secret number one is I don't. Do not do it all. I do not do everything by any means. You should see my house on many days. I mean, right now, the diaper trash needs to be taken out. Like, it is overflowing, and I just managed to scrape some time to get the dishes done. And, like right now, for example, the girls are napping. I get maybe an hour and a half, if I'm lucky, a nap time. And if I'm really lucky, that's twice a day, because they're still taking 2 naps a day. And so that's it, like an hour and a half to decide what I want to do without having the girls around. So I'm taking the time right now to do this video blog. I could be drawing instead or doing something else creative. So you have to pick and choose. You can't do it all. And I'm also talking to myself right now. I can't do it all because I think we have this idea that we can somehow. Like, I feel like if I could just figure out the formula of, first if I do X and while X is going, I'll do Y, and then, it'll all just flow smoothly, and then everything will be able to get accomplished. If I just optimize my process somehow, I'll be able to, have a beautiful house and fine cooked meals, and I will exercise and look great, and my children will be happy and played with, and then the art will just flow from me. And that's just impossible. You can't do it all. So some days will, have dirty dishes, and you'll have to clean the bowls and the spoons so you can have cereal in the morning, and scrambling to find clean socks and underwear because the laundry's not done. But hey, you were able to get 3 or 4 illustrations done, or so you just have to have realistic expectations. And the fact of social media is that we don't see people's lives. You only see the things that they're proud of and the accomplishments they've done. They don't post pictures of the sink full of dirty dishes, alongside of, oh, look, this other amazing thing I accomplished. So it's really a choice of what hat are you going to wear that day. Are you going to be creative? Are you going to be illustrator right now? Or are you going to be housewife or, businesswoman? There are some things that you have to choose. So that's secret number 1. I don't do it all. Secret number 2, my girls, honestly, even though there's 2 of them, are kind of low maintenance. I know. I have been so blessed. Like, really, I do not take this for granted. And I don't know if this is a twin thing or just how special my girls are. And yes, I'm bragging, but they actually are really good about entertaining themselves. for the most part. You know, I don't have to be on the floor constantly playing with them or just constantly interacting with them all day. Like, if they are fed, if they're changed, if they're happy, healthy, for the most part, they are quite content to play and entertain themselves for long stretches of time. Obviously, I don't just like leave them in a room and go off and do my own thing. But, you know, I can be in one part of the room working on something and they can be playing and happy. And I really won the lottery with that one. So, you know, I think people envision, you know, my life with two crazy, rambunctious children that I'm trying to juggle all the time. And, you know, the truth is, they're really sweet and they're really good. And I really lucked out in that department. So that's secret number 2. The third thing is you kind of have to have a plan. You know, like I said, there's usually a limited amount of time in the day that I have to be able just to focus on something, you know, whether it's nap time or after the girls are down for the night. And if I don't already have an idea of what I'm gonna do, I'm probably going to waste that time on Pinterest or Facebook or Instagram without actually doing anything productive. And by plan, I don't mean like, oh, a plan. I just mean like I have to have some sort of idea of what I'm going to spend that time doing. And that's where, for me, you know, having like prompts and challenges and stuff like that have been really helpful, because if I just am trying to come up with something on my own, like, oh, what should I draw today, or what should I do, it's really hard to be self-motivating, at least for me sometimes. That way it's like I just come up with a blank canvas. Even if I'm motivated and I'm feeling inspired, if you sit down at a blank paper or in front of the TV or the screen or whatever and you just don't have a plan, then chances are you're not really going to get much accomplished in that time. So participating in challenges, and you know, like we had Potter Week a couple weeks ago, and then Childhood Week with Beatrice Blue, she organized that. You know, I participate with the SVS monthly challenges where they'll have a theme, like this month is worst fear, and that helps. If I have no other idea what to do, I can sit down and be like, oh, here's somebody else telling me I should do this, and that has been very helpful. And you know, even if you only have time to come up with some sketches or thumbnails or something, that means the next time I have some time to focus on, then I have more of a plan. Oh, okay, here's the ideas I came up with for this game. Now I can sit down and hash out and refine it and, you know, come up with something that's more of a finished product or whatever. So having a plan and idea of what you're going to do is really important. And third point 2, you know, subplot of that is, for me, I've learned to work fast. You have to kind of, at least for this season of life right now that I'm in, you gotta let go of perfectionism. I am a procrastinator and a perfectionist, and usually the perfectionism is what causes the procrastination, because like I said, I feel like if I can figure out what the perfect thing is, then it's going to come easy to me. And so sometimes it's like I have to come up with the perfect idea for a drawing, or it has to be perfectly finished to be finished. And if I don't have time to finish it all the way, then why bother? And, you know, then nothing gets done, and I feel horrible as a creative because I'm not actually, you know, being able to express the creativity. So I've learned to really kind of let go of the expectations of perfectionism. There's no such thing as perfect, but even in that, it's like, okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to get, you know, a full illustration done this week or something, but, you know, I can do some sketches, or I can sit down and play with a pen and paper or something on the computer, and and I'm still engaging those creative muscles, and those things that I'm doing might lead to something bigger when I do have more time. And you have to give yourself permission to not always be creating that masterpiece. You have to have permission just to play, and not beat yourself up or have really high expectations for yourself. This is a season of time, if you have young kids, when you don't have a lot of time, and this may be as good as it gets for now, but it's okay. It's just for this time, And I find that the more fast I try and work, okay, I'm not going to try and come to a, completed painting. I'm just going to do something fast. Then it actually increases the speed at which I can work. And, it's like doing a lot of speed paintings or a lot of sketches, you do them over and over and over again. It kind of helps you refine your process down and simplify the shapes and simplify the composition and that kind of stuff, so that when it's time to sit down and do the finished piece, like, you have those skills in your belt to help you work faster, and then therefore you can kind of get things done faster too. So let go of perfectionism, work fast, have a plan, an idea of what you want to do, have babies who sleep and nap and are low-key. That'll help. And, don't feel like you have to get it all done, because you can't. It's impossible. And don't let that guilt of feeling like you should keep you from trying to do the things that you can do. So, yeah, I hope that might help a little bit and give you guys an idea of what my creative process of, managing it all looks like. And yeah, so I hope you guys are having a great eclipse day. Yay! We got to see it. We didn't order glasses in time to actually to use them, so I made a little pinhole viewer out of ice cream carton, and plus watch the live stream on NASA because it's just a lot better, that way. But tried to take the time to enjoy that, because it's going to be a long time before we have that opportunity again. The girls will be 12 years old when the next full eclipse happens in the state. That's crazy. So we had a fun day today. So I hope you guys are having a good Monday, and I will talk to you again soon, hopefully. All right, bye.